If you're watching this, chances are you're over 70 and dealing with something all too familiar. Joint pain. Maybe it's that stiff knee that greets you every morning, or those aching hips that make it tough to enjoy a walk with your grandkids. Sound relatable? I bet it does. But here's the thing. You don't have to just grit your teeth and bear it. Joint pain might feel like an unwelcome guest that's moved in after 70, but it doesn't have to stay. Today, I'm diving into why your joints hurt as you age, and more importantly, I'm sharing 5 simple fixes doctors swear by to help you ease that pain and move better than you have in years. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I've tried stuff before and nothing works. Trust me, I hear you. But stick with me till the end, because these aren't complicated gimmicks or expensive treatments. These are practical, everyday steps you can start today. Small changes that can make a big difference. If you're ready to take control of your joint health and feel more like yourself again, I've got a little challenge for you right now. Drop a comment below with pain-free to let me know you're in this with me. Let's do this together, because you deserve to live with less pain and more freedom. So what's on the table today? First, we'll unpack why joint pain creeps up after 70. It's not just old age, there's real science behind it. Then, I'll walk you through those 5 fixes step by step so you can start feeling the difference. Ready? Let's get into it. Why your joints hurt after 70. All right, let's start with the big question. Why do your joints seem to ache more now than they did 20 or 30 years ago? It's not just bad luck, and it's definitely not all in your head. Your body's been through a lot over the decades, and your joints have been right there with you, carrying you through long days at work, chasing after kids, or maybe even dancing at a few weddings. But as we hit 70 and beyond, a few things start to shift. Picture your joints like the hinges on an old wooden door. When that door's new, the hinges glide smoothly, thanks to a little oil and a tight fit. But after years of swinging open and closed, those hinges can get rusty, worn, or loose. Your joints work in a similar way. They're made up of bones that meet at a junction, cushioned by a layer of cartilage. That's like the padding between the bones, and lubricated by something called synovial fluid, which keeps everything moving smoothly. Over time, though, that cartilage can wear down, and the fluid might not do its job as well. That's when the trouble starts. One of the biggest culprits is osteoarthritis, something doctors see all the time in folks over 65. It's what happens when that cartilage thins out and the bones start rubbing against each other. No cushion, no glide, just friction, stiffness, and pain. Ever notice how your knees creak when you stand up, or how your fingers feel tight in the morning? That's often osteoarthritis at work. Studies show it affects over 32 million Americans, and the risk jumps as we age, because our bodies don't repair cartilage as quickly as they used to. But that's not the whole story. There's also inflammation, a word you've probably heard thrown around. As we get older, our bodies can produce more inflammatory substances, almost like an overzealous alarm system. That inflammation can settle into your joints, making them swell, ache, or feel hot to the touch. Maybe you felt that after a long day on your feet, or even just sitting too long. It's your body's way of reacting, but it doesn't always know when to turn off the switch. Then there's muscle loss. Yep, those strong muscles that used to support your joints, they tend to weaken over time if we're not keeping them active. Without that support, your joints take on more stress. Think of it like a bridge with shaky pillars. Add in things like extra weight, old injuries, or even dehydration, and you've got a recipe for discomfort. Now, I don't say all this to discourage you, far from it. Understanding why your joints hurt is the first step to doing something about it. This isn't a life sentence. It's a challenge we can tackle together. And the good news? Doctors have pinpointed simple, proven ways to fight back. Let's dive into the first one right now. Fix 1. Low-impact exercises. So here's fix number 1. Low-impact exercises. I know. Exercise might sound like the last thing you want to do when your joints are screaming at you. Believe me, I get it. The idea of moving more when you're already in pain can feel counterintuitive. But hear me out. The right kind of movement doesn't just mask the pain. It can actually help your joints heal and feel better. Here's why. Gentle, low-impact exercises, like walking, swimming, or Tai Chi, do two amazing things. First, they strengthen the muscles around your joints, acting like a natural brace. Stronger muscles mean less pressure on the joints themselves, so your knees or hips don't have to work as hard. Second, movement boosts blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients to those joint tissues. It's like giving your hinges a fresh coat of oil. What does low impact mean? It's exercise that's easy on your body. No jumping, no pounding, just smooth, steady motion. Take walking, for example. A 10-minute stroll around your block or down to the mailbox can get you started. If you're near a pool, swimming or water aerobics is gold. The water supports your weight, so your joints get a break while you build strength. And Tai Chi? It's this slow, flowing practice, almost like a dance, that has been shown to improve flexibility and reduce pain, especially for arthritis sufferers. How do you make this work for you? Start small. If you're new to this, try 10 minutes a day, maybe a walk after breakfast. Use a sturdy pair of shoes, and if you need a little extra help, grab a walking stick or cane for balance. As you get comfortable, build up to 20 or 30 minutes, 5 days a week. That's what doctors recommend for joint health, but even a little bit helps. Listen to your body. If something hurts too much, ease off and try a gentler move, like seated leg lifts. I'll let you in on a tip. Consistency beats intensity every time. You don't need to run a marathon or lift heavy weights. Just keep moving day by day, and your joints will thank you. Have you tried walking or stretching lately? What's your go-to? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're keeping active. Fix 2. Anti-inflammatory diet. All right, let's move on to fix number 2, an anti-inflammatory diet. What you put on your plate can either fuel joint pain or fight it, and I'm betting you'd rather fight it, right? Food's a powerful tool, and doctors agree that eating the right stuff can calm inflammation and ease that ache you've been feeling. So what's the game plan? Focus on whole, natural foods that work against inflammation. Think colorful fruits and veggies, berries, spinach, broccoli. These are packed with antioxidants that neutralize those pesky inflammatory signals in your body. Then there's fatty fish, like salmon or mackerel, loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. Studies show omega-3s can reduce joint stiffness and swelling, especially for arthritis. Nuts like almonds or walnuts. Great choice. Even spices like turmeric and ginger can pitch in. They've got natural compounds that dial down inflammation. On the flip side, there are foods to cut back on. Processed stuff, think chips, fast food, or sugary sodas, can crank up inflammation, making your joints feel worse. Same goes for too much red meat or fried foods. Now, I'm not saying you can't enjoy a burger once in a while, but balance is key. How do you start? You don't need to overhaul everything overnight. That's too much for anyone. Try this. Add one anti-inflammatory food to each meal. Maybe toss some blueberries into your oatmeal, or have a side of steamed veggies with dinner. Swap out a soda for water with a slice of lemon. If you're a fish fan, aim for 2 servings a week. Grilled salmon's easy and tasty. Small swaps like these add up, and soon you'll notice your joints aren't as cranky. Here's a pro tip. Keep it simple and sustainable. You don't need fancy recipes or expensive ingredients. A handful of nuts as a snack, or a cup of green tea in the afternoon. It all counts. What's one food you'd like to try adding this week? Drop it in the comments. I'm curious to hear your ideas. Oh, and since we're making our way through these fixes, let's check in. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, comment 1 below. It lets me know you're on board, and I'd love to keep this journey going with you. Fix 3. Stay hydrated. Now, fix number 3 might surprise you with how simple it is. Stay hydrated. Yep, plain old water, or at least enough of it, can make a real dent in joint pain. It's one of those things we overlook, but doctors swear by it, and here's why. Your joints rely on that synovial fluid I mentioned earlier, the lubricant that keeps them moving smoothly. Guess what it's mostly made of? Water. When you're dehydrated, that fluid gets sluggish, and your joints feel the crunch, literally. Dehydration can also make muscles tighter, putting extra strain on those already sore spots. Ever wake up stiff and wonder why? A lack of water might be part of it. So how much do you need? The old rule of thumb is 8 8-ounce glasses a day, about 2 liters. But it's not one size fits all. If you're active or it's a hot day, you might need more. A good sign you're on track? Your urine should be pale yellow, not dark. If it's clear as water, you're golden. Getting there's easy. Keep a glass or bottle handy, maybe by your chair or on the kitchen counter. Sip throughout the day, not just when you're thirsty. If plain water's not your favorite, jazz it up. Add a slice of cucumber, lemon, or a sprig of mint. Herbal teas count too, and they're cozy on a chilly afternoon. Coffee or tea? They're fine in moderation, but they don't hydrate quite like water does. Here's a trick. Tie it to a habit. Have a glass when you wake up, another with each meal, and one before bed. That's 5 right there, and you're halfway done without even thinking about it. If you've got arthritis, staying hydrated can even help flush out some of that inflammation-causing buildup. It's low effort, high reward. What's your hydration routine like? Do you keep a water bottle close, or is it something you'd like to work on? Share in the comments. I'm all ears. Fix 4. Heat and cold therapy. All right, let's move on to fix number 4. Heat and cold therapy. This one's a classic straight from the doctor's playbook, and you can do it right at home with stuff you already have. It's like a 1-2 punch for pain and stiffness. And it's so simple you'll wonder why you didn't try it sooner. Here's how it works. Heat relaxes tight muscles and boosts blood flow, loosening up stiff joints. It's perfect for that chronic ache or morning stiffness. Think of it like warming up a stiff hinge with a hot cloth. Cold, on the other hand, numbs pain and cuts swelling, great for flare-ups or after overdoing it. It's like putting ice on a creaky gate to calm it down. How do you use it? For heat, grab a heating pad, a warm towel, or even a hot water bottle. Apply it to the sore spot for 15 to 20 minutes. I've found a warm shower works wonders too. Just let the water hit your back or knees. For cold, an ice pack or a bag of frozen peas wrapped in a towel does the trick. 10 to 15 minutes tops. Don't put either straight on your skin. Use a cloth to protect it. When to choose which? If your joint's stiff but not swollen, go with heat. If it's puffy or throbbing, cold's your friend. Some folks even alternate, heat to loosen, cold to soothe. Try it out and see what feels best for you. A quick tip, keep it safe. Check the temperature so it's comfortable, not scorching or freezing, and don't fall asleep with it on. Simple, right? It's like giving your joints a little spa treatment at home. Have you ever used heat or cold for pain? What worked for you? Let me know below. I'd love to hear your take. Fix 5. Gentle stretching and mobility exercises. And now, let's move on to our 5th and final fix. gentle stretching, and mobility exercises. You might be wondering how this differs from the low-impact exercises we talked about earlier. While those build strength, stretching is all about flexibility and keeping your joints moving freely. It's like oiling the hinges so they don't get stuck. A perfect addition to your joint pain relief toolkit. Why does this matter? As we age, our muscles and tendons can tighten up, making joints stiff and limiting how far you can move. Ever try to reach for something high and feel your shoulder resist? Or bend down and notice your back complaining? Gentle stretching helps maintain and even improve your flexibility, reducing stiffness and making daily tasks easier. What kind of stretches are we talking about? Simple, do-at-home moves that don't need fancy gear. Here are a few to try. Neck stretches. Slowly tilt your head to one side, bringing your ear toward your shoulder, and hold for 10 to 15 seconds. Switch sides. This eases tension in your neck and upper back. Shoulder rolls. Lift your shoulders up toward your ears, then roll them back and down in a circle. Do this 5 to 10 times to loosen up your shoulders. Seated leg stretches. Sit on a chair's edge, extend one leg straight out, and reach toward your toes, or as far as feels good. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds, then switch legs. This helps your hamstrings and lower back. The trick is to keep it gentle. Don't push into pain. Stretching should feel like a mild pull, not a strain. If it hurts, back off. You're not aiming to be a gymnast. You're just keeping your body limber. How often? A few minutes daily works wonders. Try it in the morning to wake up your muscles or at night to relax. You can even stretch while watching TV. Just stay consistent. Over time, you'll feel less stiffness and might move more comfortably. Plus, stretching boosts balance and coordination, helping you stay steady and avoid falls, a huge bonus as we get older. It's not just pain relief, it's about staying mobile. New to stretching? Start with 1 or 2 moves and add more as you go. Check online for senior stretching routines. If you want visuals, but keep it simple and listen to your body. What stretch sounds good to you? Share in the comments. I'd love to hear what you try. All right, we've covered a lot today, so let's wrap it up. Joint pain after 70 might be common, but it's not unbeatable. We've explored why it happens, worn cartilage, inflammation, weaker muscles, and how it's not just aging, but something we can tackle. Then we walked through 5 simple fixes doctors love. Low-impact exercises to keep you moving, an anti-inflammatory diet to calm your body, staying hydrated to lubricate your joints, heat or cold therapy to ease pain, and gentle stretching to stay flexible. These aren't overnight cures. They're practical steps, small enough to start now, strong enough to make a difference over time. Here's your takeaway. You're not stuck. You've got the tools to ease that ache and reclaim some freedom. It's not about huge changes. It's about steady, doable steps that build up. Maybe tomorrow you walk a little, sip more water, or try a stretch. That's a win, and every win matters. If this video's given you hope or a plan, hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're ready to kick joint pain to the curb, comment pain-free below. Let's keep this going. Subscribe for more tips to thrive after 70. Thanks for watching, folks. You're tougher than you know, and I'll see you in the next one.